Xbox gaming for life. Hello everybody, and such a fine day in Belgium, and welcome to the RDF1WC. It's round 12, as I said, and we're coming from the circuit to Spa-Francorchamps after the summer break. There's the current leader of the championship, Valtteri Bottas. He's leading Lethal Sniper by 5 points. And I think that's the car of Esteban Ocon. Yes, you can see his initials there above the car. They've tried to identify them a bit better this year with the specific numbers and sometimes the names. And that's the car of Pascal Wehrlein, and there he is at the back of the grid. We all know what he's talking about. Julian Palmer giving a rare interview there to the cameras. He's always been very much concentrating. He's in a bit of deep water this year. He needs to keep his seat at Renault. There are rumours that ToastParabola is potentially going to slip into that, being a sister partner of Red Bull. Stoffel van Dorn, you know what the score is there. That's the first time we've seen Carlos Sainz this year on the in qualifying. There's Stoffel now, and he's in his car and he's looking at his data. Over to Tad Bennington and Dougie Brown. Hello, today you join us for round 12. It's Spa-Francorchamps. We're back after the summer break, and we're with ToastParabola as he's about to exit the pits.
Yes, let's see if Toast has a great season, remainder of the season ahead of him. He's still ahead of Felipe Massa. He just got ahead of Felipe Massa near the end of, before the break, and now he's got Rosaldo in his sights. He's currently 30 points behind him. Riding with Toast here, who's staying quite close to the barrier, going up Eau Rouge behind his teammate. Little snap around, he's hit! He seems to have come across the curb and he's lost some front wing there. That's really going to damage him. On his outlap there, this is no short circuit Spa, and you can't drive back to the pits like he appears to be trying to do. But no, I think he's just trying to correct the car and get back on his way, because that's going to cost him some big time, and we don't know if it depends.
It depends, you know there, Tad. It depends what's going to happen along this race, but the way it looks is his next lap may well have to be his hot lap, because the lap after that, I'd imagine everybody's going to be wanting to come out and try and set a lap and find a time and find a space. With Rosaldo now, he had a disastrous last race in Hungary, has been reprimanded, and one more incident like that and he will be actually banned, receive a driving ban, and we don't know how long for. That hasn't been confirmed by the stewards, but he's just leaving the track here.
I think you mean the pits there, Dougie.
He's going to be heading off up to Eau Rouge. With Toast now though, who's he appears to be just at the end of the DRS straight there. Oh, actually no, apologies, he was just through the bus stop chicane and he's coming back into the pits as we thought, as we all assumed. He's coming to get that front wing fixed, and he's going to need to get out pretty quickly afterwards.
Yes, Rosaldo now as he flies up Eau Rouge. A little bit off the curb, but he's held that quite nice.
That's great as he's heading down the cable straight here. Full power, maximum. This will be a great place for overtaking if you've got the engine power. And really down to fourth gear as you go through those coombs there. And you want to be going up the gears as you head into Bruxelles. We've got Toast about to come out of the pits now though, and he needs to get out quick. He's going to do an out lap, and then a hot lap, and then another hot lap if he can. Or maybe a banker and a hot lap. Who knows?
Yes, he hasn't really done too much at this point. He's got a long way to go without setting any time. And with Rizaldo now, as Lewis Hamilton goes fastest on the grid there. Rizaldo as he comes through the bus stop chicane. They're so similar corners, very similar from the driver's perspective. And Rizaldo goes into pole position. Lethal was pole earlier in the lap, as you may have seen on one of the screens. But it's been taken by Rizaldo at this point. We're now with Toast. He's just gone up Eau Rouge and he's coming down the Kemmel Straight. And yes, Rizaldo now with Lewis Hamilton sitting in third behind him. Rizaldo's going to start this lap off, or is it finishing one? I think that's him coming through the pit lane, and you see him up Eau Rouge there. He's off the power a bit timid through that, but he keeps his line and he doesn't spin out. And further on down that Kemmel Straight. Back to ToastParabola now. It's coming round campus. And through stair block and the Paul Friere. And Blanchimont coming up in a moment. Oh, he's taking that very well. Here he comes through the chicane. This is it looks like it could be a banker lap as he's already in the 40s there. Yeah, he's not going to be near Rizaldo's 146 point. Oh, we've lost that there because of the timesheets. I do apologise, but I think it was a 146.6. We've got Toast there in 6th place. That's not too bad, and he's gone really wide through La Source there, and he's lost a second on his previous lap time to Alder, as there are many people coming out of the pits, as we said, as Dougie, you said a moment ago.
I know I'm on a bit, don't I?
And yes, Toast is going to be ploughing through, and I don't think he's going to make any waves with that lap, and qualifying will be over before he gets to set another one. So Toast's best position, potentially 6th at the moment. We're now we're now with Rizaldo. There are timesheets there currently say 3rd. I don't believe that's correct. There it is, yes, 1st. He is in pole position from his lap earlier. Oh, and then crossing the line, he's gone into 2nd. Is that Lethal Sniper? We don't know. We're going to have to actually wait until the times are confirmed, as Lethal Sniper comes down now, and it's saying he's in 1st place. This is very interesting now, as we've got a minute 32 left before the session is completely over. Qualifying is complete, or should I say, the checker flag has been reached, so this is going to be the last lap here. Lethal Sniper is the last person out on track, as he's going to come across the line. Will he be able to beat Rizaldo's time of 146? Oh, we didn't see the times, and the camera's got to Rizaldo, a bit too premature there. But Rizaldo's in 1st, it looks like, confirmed, with that 146.6. I'm going to go and speak to the drivers now, Tad. If you want to talk them through it, through qualifying, that would be great, and the standings. That was a decent qualifying session. Rizaldo, after his first hot lap, really dominated, though, and no one could get near him. Over to you, Dougie.
Aye, Rizaldo was 1st, and then we've got Lethal Sniper, who was 2/10 behind him with a 147.2. So actually 146.9 there, Tad, not 146.6. Lewis Hamilton is in 3rd place, a further 1.3 seconds behind Rizaldo. He's put a flyer in there today. Kimi Räikkönen makes up 4th. Valtteri Bottas, not a good one for him, especially as Lethal Sniper so close in the championship. Felipe Massa above ToastParabola there. Sergio Perez, Hulkenberg, Grosjean, Ocon, Magnussen and Stroll making up the top 13. We're going to go over to Jim Bronson Blake before... actually, no, I'm going to take you through some of the replays. And here's one of them now. It's Toast on the first lap. And he's following his teammate there, Lethal Sniper, so there may be a bit of dirty air as he goes up Eau Rouge. He's got the right bit of the kiss in the curb, but he's come in too sharp and skidded on the curb. As you see, look, he's just come in way too sharp and he's got on the grass. And when you're going that fast, that's not really that good for Toast. And he is Toast after this. I'm going to talk you through Rizaldo's lap now, as Nico Hulkenberg would set the fastest time. I think that's because he's one of the first few over. Same with Checo Perez, just going faster and faster here. So as he comes down the straight here, he's going to be hitting Eau Rouge. He needs to kiss that left curb like he did. Kiss the right curb, straight in line that. Oh, that's absolutely beautiful. Straight line, no power lost, no lift there. You can hear it from Rizaldo as he's in 8th gear all the way. 8th gear all the way, and he's down the Kemmel Straight now, and he's coming up to turn 7 and 8 and Les Coombs. around those very nicely up to turn 9 now, and you should be powering it, which I think he is, I believe he is, as he comes down into Bruxelles. Keeping close to that curve, just like he should there. Around turn 11, and this is where the power comes on, and you shouldn't really lift too much here as you go around Pouhon. We'll hear it, little lift just before, but then get the power down and you keep the traction. Absolutely a delight as he coming up to turn 13 here. Round that, no problem. Round the campus. And as you do, this should be full power through Stavelot here. Around the curve. And you just cut back through Blanchimont here. And look at this, this is an absolute masterclass. All the gears, all the power. Lewis Hamilton with a 148. Watch Rizaldo absolutely blister on this as he comes into the bus stop chicane. Dropping it down into third, down into second as he rounds there. And that's a power out. On the home straight, DRS lit up straight away, and that's a 146.9, the fastest of the day. Nobody could get near that. And we go over to Jim Bronson Blake now in the studio. Jim. Well, thank you very much, Dougie, and that was a great qualifying to come after we come back after the summer break at Spa-Francorchamps. Rizaldo, surprisingly, on pole position, followed very closely, just 2 tenths behind by Lethal Sniper, with Lewis in third. Toast finds himself in 7th behind Felipe Massa. And as you know, as Dougie's ran through the top 13 drivers. We're going to go over to the driver's pen now, where as always, Tad Bennington's there to get some inside info and question those drivers. Over to you, Tad. Toast! 7th place, 1 behind Felipe Massa, your closest rival in the championship, and by 0.02 of a second. That was a close one.
To be honest, Tad, I'm gutted. This is one of my favourite tracks, and with my recent improved form, I was really hoping to put it on pole today. But after the wing damage early on and then traffic later, it just wasn't in the cards.
Well then, what do you expect from the circuit tomorrow and yourself going into the race?
Well, as I said, this is one of my favourite tracks, so hopefully, if I can keep it clean, I'll be able to move up the field and score some valuable points.
Best of luck tomorrow, Toast. Rizaldo, your first hot lap appeared to be the quickest. Can you talk us through it? And it's got to be great after this break and your previous last few races to be on pole.
Well, this was a track I always dreamed of racing, and I got my chance today. It's one I played on computer games for many years, and I also think that watching Michael Schumacher back in the day, Mark Webber and Fernando Alonso around Eau Rouge, it's so iconic. It's a track that I've studied a lot, and those 4 weeks gave me time to get my head away from the track and really concentrate, and I'm ecstatic with the pole. I just got to try and convert that to the win tomorrow. And that's it. Sorry, Dad, I gotta go. Ciao.
Well, considering he was on pole, he didn't seem as happy as I thought he might have been. Maybe he's too chilled after this break. Let's hear from Lethal Sniper, as we haven't seen any of his camera today. Lethal, not much footage from you. It appears your camera was down for a quali. Will that be the race too?
Yeah, I'm afraid so, Tad. It's not looking good for Italy next week either, to be honest.
On to the main stuff. Just pipped at the post by Rizaldo of all people. Only 2 tenths in it. That was close.
Looks like the summer break did him some good, Tad. I was fast today, but he put in an excellent lap to better me on the final run there, so fair play to him.
Still on the front row, what are you looking to achieve from tomorrow's race, Lethal?
This isn't one of my best tracks, Tad, but I'm determined to aim for the win, and obviously I'm on the front row, so I don't see why I can't go and get the win.
Thanks, Lethal. Back to the studio, and over to you, Jim.
Well, that was another great qualifying session, and Rizaldo getting on top of the boards, as we already know. He didn't seem too happy about that. Maybe there's some news at Ferrari going on or something behind the scenes, but for a first pole at Spa, you should be a lot happier than that. The race will be on tomorrow, so tune in and check out that. It's going to be Spa, round 12 in the RDF1WC 2017. But until that race, I want you to remember to be excellent to one another. If you like these videos, subscribe, give me some likes, turn on your notifications.